What is going on, guys? My name is Connor, and today we are going to be opening some 2020 Topps Archives. This came out a couple weeks ago. I picked up a hobby box at a socially distant card show last weekend, and I figured I would open it for you guys today. In every hobby box, you are guaranteed 2 on-card autographs per box. And then you can see here, these are some of the designs. So the main ones are 2002, 1974, and 1955. And then each box has one of these little posters. So there's a little box topper poster, and then there's an insert set of like cards of those posters. So yeah, 24 packs, 8 cards per pack. So let's get into it. The autos aren't necessarily the best names. A lot of them are quote-unquote fan favorite autographs. So it's a lot of baseball players who were like pretty good back in like the 90s and early 2000s, but aren't necessarily great. But then there's the fan favorites premium autograph set, which is a little bit more selective. So maybe you can get some better names. So let's see who we got on the top. We have the conductor, Chris Sale, with his train, I guess. If you want this, hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. I'll send it to you. I'm probably not going to have a good use for that. But let's get into the packs. Nice, simple green design. With the little red accents, kind of Christmassy, if you will. So let's see if we can get any of the top rookies or a decent autograph. So I know Luis Robert is the 1974 design and Bo Bichette is the 1955 design, but those are the only ones I know for sure. Got Carlton Fisk on the back there. Starting off, we have a Zach Greinke. He threw like a 55-mile-an-hour curveball the other day. Nolan Arenado, Ted Williams, Cal Ripken Jr., Ty Cobb, and how about that? We got an autograph in the very first pack, Phil Hughes, of Phil's Pulls. I know he was doing some sort of promo where if you got one that was numbered like 0-1 out of something, you'd win something. But yeah, we got a Phil's Pulls autograph. Maybe one day I would have my autograph in a set. Seems unlikely, but still kind of cool. Not exactly the best name, but I imagine it has some value because it is a famous YouTuber. But I mean, he was a good player, but not a Hall of Famer or anything. So we'll leave that one on the screen. The nice Phil Hughes autograph. Followed up by Ryan Howard and the Carlton Fisk, which I previously mentioned. So, fun way to start out. We have one autograph left right after getting the first one in the very first pack. So, let's get into the second pack. We got JD Martinez, Jake Fraley, and then we have a Tom Seaver, Tony Gwynn, Bob Gibson, and we got our second autograph in the second pack. Well, that sure was something. Out of 24 packs, you got 2 autographs, and we got both of our autographs in the very first 2 packs. I believe this is the 1979 design, Lee Mazzilli. I don't know much about Lee Mazzilli. He played outfield for the New York Mets. Born in 1973. Looks like he wasn't necessarily the best player, didn't get everyday playing time except for a couple years here in the late 70s, early 80s. Looks like he's a pretty average player, so we'll sleeve that one up. And we'll keep going. Hopefully we can find some good rookies or some good inserts the rest of the way. I did not expect to get 2 autos right off the bat. That was probably a pretty low chance if you had a 1 in 24 chance the first time and then a 1 in 23 chance the second time. Not great odds. And then a Cody Bellinger in the back there. So let's keep going. See what else we can find. We got the autos out of the way. pretty quickly there. So there's a nice Mike Trout 1955 design. So that's a cool one. And there's an Aristides Aquino. I'm going to continue setting him aside, even though he is not necessarily one of the top rookies anymore. Willie McCovey, Hyunjin Ryu, Corey Kluber, and then we get a grade A Astros, which is Alvarez and Altuve. Get it? Grade A, because they're grade A cheaters. Jose Altuve is not having nearly as good of a season without a buzzer on his arm this year. And Yordan Alvarez, who was not a part of the scandal, as far as we know, had surgery on both knees this week. So unfortunate for him. There's a nice Dylan Cease 1955 rookie and a Tim Lincecum, followed up by Lou Brock, Nick Solak, and then Adbert Alzolay. Man, I saw the rookie, the Chicago, knew it was 1974. I was like, that might be our Robert, but it was not. We got a Master and Apprentice, Yelich and Hiura. Neither of them are off to great starts this season, followed up by an Elvis Andrus and a Yuli Gurriel. One thing I like about the archives set is that the cards are a little bit thicker than some other sets. Let me see if I got I have a 2020 Series 1 Juan Soto right here, so you can see there's a decent difference in the thickness of the stock. So I don't know, it feels better in your hand having these thicker cards. So let's keep going. Getting into this next pack here, still after pretty much all the rookies, the Bo Bichette, the Yordan Alvarez, Luis Robert, drew blank there for a second, Al Kaline and George Kell, followed up by Fred McGriff and Larry Walker, Bo Jackson, and then we have a gold cup card of Ronald Acuna Jr., which is interesting because, I mean, he was a rookie in 2018. Usually the gold cup cards are 1 year after your rookie year, but not the case for the Acuna there. Jonathan VR and Starling Marte. Starling Marte is someone I would like to see my Indians maybe trade Mike Clevenger for. He has 1 year left on his contract, Marte does, after this season. And man, the Indians could use an outfield bat, so I think that would be an interesting target for them. We got Tom Glavine and Hank Aaron, followed up by Gleyber Torres, and then a Tony Gonsolin. I believe he's had 2 starts for the Dodgers so far, and they were both pretty good, but then he got sent back down to the alternate site. Clayton Kershaw, then we have a Ryan O'Hearn gold cup card, Rafael Devers, and Johnny Cueto rounding out that pack. Getting into the next one, let's see if we can get one of those top rookies. As always, if you like what you see here, please leave a like. It really helps me out. And if you want to see more of it, please subscribe. We have a new video every week on the channel. It's usually on Fridays, but sometimes I change it up based on my schedule. We got a CC Ya in Milwaukee. He was one of the best midseason trades of all time when I believe the Indians traded him. Yeah, when the Indians traded him to Milwaukee, they got Michael Brantley back, so that was good. And, man, he was so good in the second half for Milwaukee. He went 11-2 with a 1.65 ERA and led them to the postseason. He was absurdly good in that half season. Alan Trammell and Whitey Ford. But going back to talking about subscribing, we're right around 430 subscribers. If you do subscribe, you will get us one step closer to our 500 subscriber giveaway, where I take a medium flat rate box and stuff it with all sorts of stuff, opened and unopened. So we got the Larry Doby. I think I've told my Larry Doby story before. Wade Boggs and Jim Thome. Jim Thome is the only card I have that is graded by Beckett rather than PSA. Most of my graded cards are PSA cards. Oh man, had a yawn there. So cool. Well, let's get back into this next one. We got a Gary Sanchez on the top, followed by Kenta Maeda, who was a couple outs away from a no-hitter the other day. carried a no-hitter into the ninth inning, which was pretty cool. Chris Paddock, Jason Hayward. And then we got a Trent Grissom. I believe this is one of the early Bowman cards from the 50s, I want to say. Let's see if it says on here. Number 21 in a set of 30 full-color picture cards. It doesn't say what year it was. Maybe Bowman 55, so maybe it's also 1955. That's a neat one, the Grissom. Followed up by the Frank Thomas and A-Rod. Like I mentioned before, if you do see something you like in these openings, go check me out on Twitter and Instagram. My Twitter is @Connors_cards, and my Instagram is @Connors_cards_IG. I'm always wheeling and dealing over there, making trades, buying cards, all sorts of different stuff. So we got a couple of Seth Brown rookies in that pack, and then a Dennis Eckersley and Rod Carew. Oh man, I am a little tired. This is my day off. I got today off. Pretty unfortunate circumstances. It's not like it was a vacation day, just because businesses are struggling everywhere. So getting today off was one of the ways they helped me keep my job. So got today off, went to the beach this morning, so I am a little tired today, but that is okay. I will push through. We have a Yoshi Tsutsugo. I thought maybe he goes by Yoshi now, but it was Yoshitomo earlier. So this is what I was talking about. You got the Big Papi insert card. So you can get these as those little posters that we got as the box topper, so we could potentially see the conductor as a Chris Sale in here. But we got the Big Papi, followed up by the Andres Munoz and John Means, who was the runner-up last year for AL Rookie of the Year behind Yordan Alvarez. Getting into this next pack, we're probably getting close to the halfway point, if I had to guess. We got a Goldschmidt, a Matt Chapman, and Jeff McNeil, followed up by a Brooks Robinson, Christian Walker, and then Mr. Smile. This would be a nice one to get. If I had gotten this one as my poster, I might have hung it up in my man cave up here. Roger Clemens, and then a Brendan McKay. I think Brendan McKay had season-ending surgery pretty recently. So let's get into this next one. Still looking for the Yordan Alvarez, Bo Bichette, Gavin Lux, who I believe just got called up yesterday, DJ LeMahieu, Jorge Soler, Shin-Soo Choo, and of course we're still looking for that Luis Robert, which would be in this area of the pack because it's the 1974 design. Dave Winfield, Sandy Alcantara, and then Mr. Sunshine, Ernie Banks, with the little bears in the background there. The Cubs, I guess you could say. Steven Strasburg, who just had season-ending surgery for his carpal tunnel. That's not something you see every day, at least not for someone in the majors. But hopefully he can bounce back and have a good year next year. The Nationals are pretty bad this year anyway, so they don't mind him taking the year off. Looks like we got a numbered card there. Xander Bogaerts, Ozzie Albies, who's probably about a week away from returning to the majors. And then followed up by a Rhys Hoskins, George Springer. Then we have a gray Larry Doby here. I believe this one should be numbered. Is numbered. Isn't numbered, I guess. Doesn't appear to be numbered. Oh, there it is. 15 out of 99, Larry Doby. That's a neat one. I guess I could tell the Larry Doby story again. For those of you who may have not been watching my channel back then, we got an Anthony K rookie and a Carter Kieboom. So a few years ago, I went to an Indians game, and they were handing out Larry Doby, like little commemorative statues, kind of like a bobblehead, something like that. And my friend and I, we each got our Larry Doby statues, and then we went to go get ice cream or something, walk around the stadium a little bit, and we came back, and our Larry Doby statues were gone. So now, anytime we hear any mention of Larry Doby, we're always like, Larry Doby, never forget, Remember those statues? Would have looked nice in my man cave by all my other aesthetic stuff. So here is a Jesus Luzardo. He's been pitching pretty well in the bigs so far. I think I'm going to set him aside in the 1974 design. And then we have the Air Jordan. So that one is pretty cool. Sorry about that. I keep yawning. I've never had that happen before in a video. We will make it through, but the Air Jordan is cool. That's a pretty neat rookie card. Not too many rookie cards that look like that out there. Anthony Rendon, who is off to a slow start as an Angel, but is picking it up, and then a Chipper Jones. Looks like we have 9 packs left, so about 2/3 of the way done. Let's see what else we can find. Still looking for that Luis Robert and the Bo Bichette and the Gavin Lux, but we will press onward. We got the Marcus Stroman, the Aaron Hicks, followed up by a Paul Molitor, and then a Mauricio Dubon and a Justin Dunn. There's a nice Dylan Cease rookie. Can't be too upset about that one. He's got some electric stuff, but has had some command issues this year. And a Brad Keller, who started out absurdly good. Went quite a bit of a ways without giving up a run this season. And then I think he got shelled the other day, if I recall correctly. See, we got this next one. We got a Kyle Schwarber, Joey Votto, who I actually just dropped from my fantasy team. He got both halves of the doubleheader yesterday off. So it looks like they're just not going to be pitching him a ton or playing him a ton. There's Zach Gallen. He's making me think of pitching. Gallen's having a good season. So I had to drop him because outside of OBP, he wasn't really offering a whole lot. So hopefully he can bounce back, though. I've always been a pretty big Joey Votto fan. I've got a couple of his rookie cards sitting on my table behind me. I just started organizing all my cards in top loaders this morning. So we got a Juan Soto, Mookie Betts, followed up by Chris Davis, who unfortunately is a platoon player now after, I believe it was 3 consecutive seasons of a 247 average, which I thought was kind of neat. What are the odds that you get exactly a 247 average 3 years in a row? And there's an Aaron Nola. He's been looking pretty good this season after a down year last year, but it wasn't a bad year by any means. But he's looking good. We got a Raisel Iglesias and then a Pete Alonso. Still looking for that Bo Bichette or the not Jordan Alvarez, the Luis Robert. I got a John Smoltz, Daniel Vogelbach, who was released and then picked up by the Blue Jays, I believe. Mike Moustakas, Just Dingers from Will Smith and Max Muncy. We got a Kenley Jansen, found a couple of his rookie cards last week. And then a Jose Urquidy, who I believe will be pitching in about a week or so for the Astros. He was taking a while to ramp up, and then I think they're about ready to bring him up. Let's see if we can find some more of those rookies. We got Jose Altuve, Ahmed Rosario, Andrew Benintendi, and there it is. I know that one. I know that is the Luis Robert. There it is, the 1974 Topps Archives Luis Robert rookie card. That is a nice one for sure. Looks pretty well centered, and those corners look crisp. Really happy with that one. Make sure it gets squared away. The Mo Vaughn, and then an Eloy Jimenez, followed up by Willie Mays and Jorge Alfaro. If I miss anything in this set, please do let me know. I didn't do extensive research before the opening, but I did kind of get the basics information. So if I miss like a short print or something, please comment down below so I can go back and find it. I always appreciate when you guys do that. Here's a Kyle Lewis. I think I'm actually going to set that one on the screen because he's off to an incredibly hot start. And I realize we're over halfway done with the season. So it's a good season for him. If you have half a good season, over half of a season that goes well, I think you had a good season. Bobby Bradley, who actually has yet to grace the majors this year. And then a Sheldon Noisy, followed up by Jeff Bagwell, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Bryce Harper, and Kyle Seager. 3 packs left. Still looking for the Bo Bichette and Gavin Lux, who I believe are both in here. The Bo Bichette was on the front of the box, so I know that one is available somewhere. We got a Albert Pujols, Monty Irvin, Deion Sanders. Still not used to seeing him in baseball uniform. Mike Clevenger, one of the hot commodities right now. It looks like the Indians are trying to trade him, but not trying very hard to trade him. All the reports say that their asking price is pretty high, and rightfully so. Mike Clevenger is a very good pitcher and has another at least 1 year of team control after this season. So it would take quite a bit to move him. We got a Carl Yastrzemski, Catfish Hunter, Jordan Yamamoto, a rookie, followed up by a Willie Stargell, Anthony Rizzo, Jeff Bagwell, Red Sox pack bags for Houston, for when he was traded to Houston from the Red Sox, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Cole Calhoun. So I didn't realize that it was kind of dark. My lamp decided it was going to kind of fall down a little bit. So I know there's only 1 pack left, but figure I could at least get the lamp in the right spot so that you guys can see the cards a little better. Sorry about that if it was hard to see for part of that video. I will try to make sure that does not happen again. And how about that? The last pack, we get the Bo Bichette with the great lighting. My girlfriend likes to call him Boba Fett because it just kind of sounds like that. So figured you guys would appreciate that little tidbit of information. Followed up by Sean Murphy. And we got a blue card in there. That's different. Whit Merrifield. Dansby Swanson. Let me flip these the other way. Then we have a Nelson Cruz, who is off to a hot start this season, but was quieted a little bit by Indians pitching this past series. And then we have a blue Brendan McKay rookie. So that one's probably numbered in some way or another. Yeah, Brendan McKay, 21 of 25. That is a nice one for sure. I'm going to sleeve that one up. Man, if that was the Luis Robert or the Bo Bichette, we would be in business. So I will probably hold on to this one until Brendan McKay is back from his surgery, but can't be too upset about a rookie card of a top prospect numbered to 25. And the last 2 cards are Aaron Judge, who just went back to the IL, and Justin Verlander, who is working his way back from the IL. So I hope you guys liked this video. I'm a pretty big fan of Topps Archives. I like the older designs with the rookies. I just wish that maybe you could get some better autographs. But overall, I'd say I like the product quite a bit. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And until then, I will catch you guys next time.